Wake up, it's time to get to work. No. Can you not do that? You know I'm into that stuff. Get ready and tell people how successful we are.
All right, let's get this bread. Let's get this head. Let's do this. We good? We good?
Can I use my southern accent?
Sorry, Josh. I'm gonna have to say no on that one because, you know, we might offend our target audience. Look, we don't have p***s in our target audience, okay? We'll be fine. Do the accent.
I'm gonna talk to y'all about my six-figure photography business.
No offense, Josh. You're great, but can we just get the normal one out here? There is no normal Josh. In this video, I'm going to talk about my six-figure photography business and how I got it started. But before I do that, I want to show you something. Let's go to the closet. Initially, I was gonna dig through all of this stuff in my closet, but there's so much stuff because we're still remodeling and everything is everywhere. Are you ready for this? Those Life Touch rulers you get as a kid with a baby picture attached to it. Cute as hell. Letters from my ex-girlfriends. This necklace that my grandma gave me before her mind got destroyed by Alzheimer's. One of my first cell phones, the Nokia brick phone. Ooh, this ancient. Game Boy Advance, high school inserts. My high school class schedule. I don't know how kids do it nowadays, but back in the day, we would go on Facebook and we would post, oh, who has class with me? Period 1, blah, blah, blah. Period 2, blah, blah, blah. Period 3, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. Those are exciting times. Journal that I've kept all the way throughout middle school and even before. And then this, my dad made. It's a giant board of old photos. Super cute. All those little items were me collecting things for my own personal time capsule. And I didn't really realize that I loved doing this so much until I got a little bit older. And it's kind of weird, but also cool that I'm able to relive these memories. So it makes sense now, my job is making memories for people. Well, not making memories, but collecting them. Being a photographer fits me perfectly. In college, I studied sociology. I wanted to be a professor, I wanted to change the world, but I also didn't want to pursue further education. I wanted to actually experience life around me. Photography helped me do that. There's a Japanese cliche term going around called ikigai, which means your reason for living. And while the traditional Japanese philosophy focuses on finding bliss, the Western interpretation has used it as a method of finding your dream career. You found your dream career when it includes 4 qualities: what you love, what you're good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. So if you're looking for tips, let me know. I'll make another video. My friends bought me a camera because I told them I wanted to be a YouTuber.
Go like a tourist, like, hey.
And I took some pictures with it, but mostly did videos on it. And then I watched them, and then I felt cringy, and then I stopped. What you're gonna need is, oh, you're so young. How do you do it? I thought that in college I would make content and stuff, but I got caught up with school, with work, trying to get girls, trying to be popular, and trying to be successful by doing anything that means necessary, getting internships and all that stuff. I got 4.0s in school, and then I asked my parents, hey, can you buy me a DSLR? And they said, sure. It was a Canon 70D. I used that camera all throughout the rest of my college career. Whenever I had club events or cute friends, I would go shoot one or the other. I got better and better, but it wasn't super good, and I went through this cringy phase of putting my logo on everything. Definitely cringe. And slowly and surely, I started charging people, you know, $50 an hour. And then whenever I would get booked too much, I charge more, and then I would change it to $80 an hour, and then $90, and then $100, and blah, 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 blah. When I graduated at 22, I moved home. I got super depressed. Didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't know who I wanted to be. I was tired. That post-grad depression was real. The December after I finished college, my friends bought me tickets to go to Asia for about a month. I actually didn't want to go, but I went. It changed my life. And my parents also got me a new camera. I was reawakened. I was hit with a wave of inspiration and will to live. But I still knew that I had to pay the bills somehow. So I looked into lucrative businesses of photography. It was either commercial photography or wedding photography, and I got my hands into a little bit of both. I applied to literally any photography studio that would hire me, and I was heavily underqualified, but finally we got lucky and landed on an internship at a photography studio called Linen Jersa. Linen Jersa is also partners with a big photography company called DSLR Lounge, and I definitely learned a lot. And at that same time that I got hired, I was hired to work at a kitchen appliance company doing online marketing. The person that worked before me had quit, so I had to figure things out on my own. It was a storm. Within a month, I quit. I took that money and I bought a 5D Mark IV and some lighting equipment. I think he yelled at me one time because I didn't know how to use a fax machine. I'm sorry, I'm not an old person and I don't know how to use a fax machine. So after I quit that job, I literally interned with Linen Jersa as much as I possibly could, making minimum wage. After 6 months, they hired me as a second photographer. I shot at least 2 to 3 wedding events every week. In 2019, I told myself, you're gonna give this a shot. You're gonna go 100%, pedal to the metal, never stop, never quit, no limits, do everything you possibly can to shoot as much as humanly possible. So I took on gigs regardless of whether or not I thought they were gonna pay me what I was worth. If I saw that it could be a learning opportunity for me, like shooting something that I've never shot before, I would do it. I even took pictures of somebody's feet. At the end of the year, when I counted my money, I saw that I made more than what my previous job would have paid me. It was that moment at the end of 2019 that I knew I could make a living off of this. And of course, shout out to my mom and dad. They supported me the whole time. Even though they kept saying stuff like, you know what, son? You could go to school and pursue photography. No. With that photography success, you know what? I can afford it. I'm gonna move out. And I moved in with my old college roommate, Calvin. And things were great. Then 2020 happened. I made a video about 2020. You can watch it here. And then 2021 happened and I said, I don't care about COVID. I don't care if I catch it. So I'm going to stay away from home and just work my ass off again. But 2021 was different because I knew my worth now and I knew how much I could charge and I just doubled down on that. I told myself, hey, you're gonna make 6 figures this year. And I did it. In the beginning of 2022, I realized that I had burnt out. I bought a house with my brother and we're still remodeling. I have a lot of mixed emotions about this house, but I'm excited for my home studio and that's not built yet, but it will be. But now here we are with a successful photography business, but still feeling a little bit unfulfilled. Now it's 2023 and I turned 28 about a month ago. And now I'm thinking about my goals for the next year. And logically, I should scale my business, hire employees, make a lot more money and squeeze the milk out of this photography teat. But I've always wanted to pursue content creation. So now we're gonna try it. And usually when I trust my gut, things work out or at least I have a good time. But I gotta say, a lot of the success that I've had is because of my friends and family. If you're watching this video, that's you, because nobody else watches my stuff right now. Whether you comment or not, whether you secretly have a crush on me, or whether you just leave this playing in the background while you're folding clothes. I appreciate you. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 5:45 a.m.
Let me show you something, baby. Turn bedroom lights off. I have like 2 sets of clothes. One set of clothes is the clothes that I actually like and would wear in public. And then I have a series of trash clothes that I sleep in, that I work out in, and that I don't care what happens to them because they're ugly, but I can still fit them. I have a lot of trash clothes that I would not want to be outside with. Like these pants that look like an Oreo cookie.